Still talking about those fires up in Northern California at this point because we're still seeing some big impacts from them with all of that smoke just sticking around throughout the Central Coast. Now, we saw those winds pushing in from the north over the last couple of days as we saw that big pattern shift with the jet stream kind of really making a super highway of all of the smoke from these storms that's well up in the atmosphere. All of that smoke pushing down into the Central Coast over the last couple of days, but that also deposited a lot of that smoke just offshore. So the last few days, the worst conditions were actually out over the Pacific, but now we're starting to see a little bit of a shift in those patterns. Winds now coming in from the southwest, and that's really helping to push in a lot of the smoke that was here to us right here on the Central Coast. And you can see that right now with some of the worst conditions already in the San Luis Obispo area. We'll continue to see that pattern shift for the rest of the day, continuing to see lots of that dense, potentially hazardous smoke all the way through this evening. That will make for a beautiful sunset, but other than that, it could be a little bit hazardous for anybody here on the Central Coast. Continuing to see that pattern over the next couple of days. Now let's take a little bit of a closer look into exactly where that smoke is over the next couple of hours. By about 9 a.m. we'll continue to see that really socked in, especially in the San Luis Obispo area and in the northernmost portions of the county into those interior valleys as well. Still lots of dense smoke across the rest of the region, and we'll just continue to see that hour by hour. By about 6 p.m. the majority of the Central Coast will be seeing some of the worst conditions we will be seeing from this. Then thankfully we'll start to see that clearing out pretty quickly as we head into Saturday. We'll start seeing some much better conditions and much better air quality over the next few days. You can really see where those winds are coming in from the southwest, bringing in a lot of that cloud cover with it. Thankfully, no major areas of cloud cover right at the surface. A little bit of dense fog up in northern San Luis Obispo County, but other than that, things are looking pretty clear. When we see our cloud fog monitor looking like this, typically we expect our visibility to be at about 10 miles of visibility. That is not the case for this morning, and that's not because of dense fog. It is just because of that smoke sitting in our air. While it's not causing any visibility concerns for the roads, it's a good example of just how dense that smoke is and how hazardous it is for today. Now, as we look at our kind of major pattern over the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing a very specific pattern set up with system after system making its way to the Pacific Northwest. That first one that's going to get closer to us will be on Monday, bringing some showers all the way down to the Bay Area, but washing out before it gets to here, keeping us a little bit more on the moderate side with those temperatures. Another system on Wednesday, another on Thursday, and another on Saturday into Sunday for the Pacific Northwest. So we're keeping a very close eye on that. All of these storms, while they won't be bringing us any rain, will be keeping our temperatures a little bit cooler than normal for this time of the year. Checking out those temperatures, about 77 in Paso Robles, 71 in San Luis Obispo, 70 in Santa Maria and Lompoc, and 68 degrees in Santa Barbara for today. Along our north coast, Cayucos at 60, 69 in Avila Beach, and 72 degrees in Atascadero. In the Five Cities region, Nipomo at 68, 77 in Shandon, and 63 in Pismo Beach. Along our south coast, no major concerns for today other than that smoke. 74 in Solvang, 77 in the Coyama Valley, and 70 in Goleta. Checking out that 7-day forecast, temps staying pretty moderate, a little bit cooler than normal for this time of the year. Still warming up slightly, still below normal though by next week. Continue to see lots of sunshine, and thankfully a lot of the smoke is clearing out. Neil, back to you.